how to properly maintain the Bandit SG 40, not just with oil changes, belts, teeth, but you need to make sure you're cleaning these machines in order to get as much life out of them as possible. This one was pretty nasty, and as you can see, we've got some wire wrapped up in here along with debris that needs to come out. So you got to make sure you clean these machines. What I like to do is wash down it, get most of the debris off with just a regular hose. All the big chunks out of there. All right, now that I washed it down with the hose, just hose and water, I like to take a decent degreaser, whatever you want. This I think is a Zep from, I want to say, Home Depot or Lowe's, and just kind of douse the whole machine down. Really good. Don't be afraid to get the motor and everything, all of it. All your Zerk fittings for the grease points, because you want to get all that old nasty grease out of there and re-grease everything. Reel all underneath. And just let this do its work. Let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll show you the next step I do in a second. The degreaser's set in. I took a soft scrubbing pad and scrubbed all the dirt that was stuck to it. And now the next thing I'm going to do is take a electric pressure washer. This is made by Westinghouse. Does a real good job with a foam cannon. And then I'm going to just spray it heavily. Be afraid to get the motor real good, because you can take the water. These things are commercially designed, so I'll let that set in. Alright, now that the soap has done its thing, I'm going to take the pressure washer itself, the nozzle, and just really thoroughly go over the entire machine, front to back. I mean, everywhere. Real good. Put on all the nuts, all the teeth. I'm going to go through that and sharpen and tighten all that up. Get where all the grease fittings are real good. Get all that nasty grease out of there. I'll show you the next step when I'm done with that. Now that the machine's been pressure washed, nice and clean, get pretty good from here. I'm going to take the, I've got an Ego blower, but I like to take the Toro electric blower and blow everything dry. And once that's done, I'll go to the next step. all dried. Looks nice and clean. One thing I want to mention is when you're drying this machine off, you want to make sure that you're drying that piece right there, computer module, and all your electrical components down there at the bottom. I dried the whole thing pretty thorough though, everywhere, as you can see. But just make sure you dry all this off really good, and then I'll show you the next step I'm going to do. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do, and most of the guys out there, people watching this, are going to say, what are you doing? This is a stump grinder. You're trying to make it look pretty while you grind. Well, actually I'm trying to make my machine look like it's brand new every time I show up to a job site. These people, especially in HOAs and nice neighborhoods, they come out and see these, you know, beat up trailers and trucks, and their machines just look like crap. Well, that's just not me. So I like to keep it clean, maintained well, not just the oil and all that, but the looks of it as well. So a lot of times these things get beat up pretty bad as far as the paint's concerned. I know people have slammed Bandit for having crappy paint jobs, but any of these machines, you know, they have a lot of moving parts, and you get into tight areas and you're beating these things up, the paint's coming off. So what I like to do is, after I clean it real good, tape things off. Like I'm going to paint this today, the black. You know, you see where the paint's coming off right here. And then of course the yellow, I've got close enough yellow that in spots where it's beat up, I'll paint it. Bandit's got a can of spray paint, which is $50, and I think it's ridiculous, but I just get a basic yellow that's close to this match from Walmart or even Home Depot or Lowe's, and just touch up the spots that I need. But today it's the first time I'm using this product, but it's Rust-Oleum truck bed pro grade. I think it's like $15 a can, black, and I'm gonna actually spray the black on the front end of this thing and see how that turns out. You know, it's a bed liner, so hopefully it'll give it a little bit more protection. But after that, then I'll show you exactly what I do to keep everything kind of cleaned and waxed up and lubricated on the machine. So the paint didn't turn out too bad. I mean, it'll get beat up and I'll just have to do it again, but I did get a little overspray on here, which I'll paint. And then, you know, right there you see the scratches and all that. I'll paint that with yellow, and then I'll show you that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm spraying on here. Yeah, so this will be your best friend. Buy this as much as I can, but I'll spray it all over everything, all of it. Lubricates it, keeps it clean, cleans it a little bit more actually, and then it just makes it looks brand new when I'm done. So I'll show you. Yes, so now you see the aftershock painted. Everything's lubricated with the WD-40. Make sure you're getting the linkage here real good too, because if that gets nasty and gunked up and sticks on you, it will screw the motor up how it's running. I've had it happen, and the only thing I had to do was clean this out and lubricate it up. But I get all the controls, all the wires, everything. Hydraulics up front, even though I still grease that with grease. But everything gets hit with WD-40, even the paint actually, because it helps. It's easier to wash the dirt off once it gets nasty. It just comes right off because it's slick from that WD-40. So, you know, I'm not saying that everybody needs to do this to their machines. This is probably a little overkill possibly for people, but this machine now I think is probably over 27. I think I paid a little over 27 in 2023, and I've got, let's see, you can see right there, 241 hours on this thing. 241 hours on this thing, and it looks brand new. And I can tell you, I have not had one thing go wrong with this thing. This machine is a money maker, and if I would have bought a bigger machine, which everybody wants bigger so they think, but I can tell you if I had the bigger machine and not this one, I'd have lost money, because this guy can get into tight quarters where those big boys can't. and majority of the time I'm doing backyard stuff, flower beds, just crazy tiny stuff, and it's a very narrow machine. As you can see, it's just real long, but you can get into tight quarters. So if this helps anybody, I hope it does. But this is how I maintain this SG40. Like I said, it's a 2023 model, and looks pretty good to me. So, and you know, when I come up to job sites, these people see this, you know, they appreciate how clean and well maintained my stuff is, and they're likely to call me back. They're likely to refer me to other people. And so I think by maintaining your stuff this well, and that goes for your vehicle, your own body, your house, you know, if you maintain it well, then it's gonna maintain you well as far as financial goes, because this thing has made me a lot of money since 2023. I'm a full-time dental hygienist. This is not my full-time job, and you know, I work Monday through Thursday in a dental office. Fridays and some Saturdays I'll do this, but this usually makes me more money in one day than I make all week, 4 days in a dental office, bent over in somebody's mouth. I'm not saying that's a bad job. I'm just saying this machine will make you some money if you know how to maintain it, and know how to manage your business well, and communicate with others, and just link up with other people in the field, like other tree services or whatnot. So that's a whole nother video, but I just wanted to kind of go over this video showing you how I maintain this SG40. Thank you.